Dogs, run, run. Good morning, everyone. Just taking my daily perambulation with the dogs up and down the road, and we're going to go around the garden. It gives me a chance to have a look in the hedgerow, and I see there's still some blackberries in there. Some of them look quite nice, but we know that after Halloween or Samhain, the pucker has been out peeing or spitting on the fruit, and so we don't pick it anymore. In case you don't know what a pucker is, it's a kind of catch-all phrase for the devil. It could be the devil, it could be evil spirits, it could just be mischievous spirits, but they run around on Samhain night, Samhain Eve, peeing and spitting on the fruit in the hedgerows. I suppose that's how our ancestors knew that the fruit was past its best and shouldn't be touched. I just don't know for sure if that applies to the hawthorn berry, because there's lots of those left as well. But I think at this stage we'll just leave them for the birds. It's amazing, you know, when you're out observing the difference with the leaf fall. I can actually see through to the holly that's over there. I can see down to the elder. And this little willow arch, I pruned it back in May, I think it was, April or May, and tied in as much as I could, and it's just erupted in beautiful long stems, and they're such a beautiful colour as well. So I'm hoping to make a basket or something from them, because I can't tie them all in. Some of them are just too big. It's lovely to see the turn of the year and to see the changes in the colours and to see the branches, because branches, you know, you just think a tree has a branch, but they're all different colours and they're all different hues. So the alder is different to the birch, is different to the ash, it's different to the oak. I need to get out in nature more. You might think I'm in nature all the time, but actually I'm busy doing a lot of other things as well. And sometimes when I want to come out, I've got that little internal saboteur that says, oh, look, you can go out later, the garden will look after itself. And I allow other things to take on too much importance in my life. And really, even though I'm living here in this lovely garden in the middle of the countryside, I still need to motivate myself to get out. So I suppose what I'm doing now is I'm consciously ignoring the saboteur, that self-saboteur who knows it's really good for me to be out here, breathing the air, noting the seasonal changes, you know, not just walking, but observing and being aware of everything that's happening. Because I suppose I'm the guardian of this land, and it's up to me to know what's happening all the time, just to be a good, you know, to ensure that I'm doing a good job. My God, I must say the brambles have gone crazy this year and I need a lot of work cutting them back. I've been talking to a few people lately about, you know, health and well-being and how they're not feeling great. And I always advise people to get out into nature, to smell, to touch, to see, and to just to be out here. And I'm taking my own advice. I'm not just going out for a walk. I'm actually looking. Look at my little oak tree here. It's a baby. And in about 3 years, that's going to be a really noticeable tree, because I've seen it with the other oak trees at the front. But I think we all become our own worst enemies. We all know deep inside what is good for us and what is going to be helpful to us. And we all know that we are from the land. We may not know it consciously, but we all know We're from the land, and that's our mother, and that's where we should go when we need comfort and support, and we just need that sense of reconnection. Because, you know, we could be heading into more restrictions where the outside is not accessible as it is at the moment. So make the most of it now while you can, and get out into nature, go for a walk, try to find some trees that you can just be with for a while. One of the things that comforts me during these strange times is that the trees and the plants, they take everything in their stride. They can teach us so much about inner peace, and they're just beautiful to be around. I mean, look at the lovely colours of these birch leaves. They're so beautiful, even as they're decaying and falling from the tree. So they just give you that reassurance that life does go on, no matter what it appears to be. Because these appear to be dying, but they're not. They're just shedding their leaves and going to sleep for a while to give themselves some rejuvenation so they can come back even stronger in the spring. So there's a lot of lessons we can learn by just observing. And I just think now at this stage in our history, it's more important than ever to get outside and commune with the plants. It doesn't take a lot. You don't have to be some new age warrior. You just simply just be with them. Look at the little purple buds on this alder, and the catkins will come after Christmas. Look at the lovely speckles on the bark. You know, these are the things we don't see unless we stop to really look up close, because we're just too busy. And even me, you know, when I'm working in the garden, I'm busy doing the job that I'm doing. That's completely different to just being. So for me, I've realised I have a self-saboteur, and I'm just not listening to it anymore. I'm not listening to her, that other side of me. So after all the summer's growth, a lot of things were lost, and I've taken grass and things down, and these little oaks are coming along really well. I've got 3 here and a couple around there, and there's more over there, but they're really coming along beautifully well. But if you can't get to trees, you know, this rock, look at it. It's covered in life, absolutely covered in life. We've got fungus and lichens, we've got little plants growing. It's just, and of course, as a Celtic pagan, the rock is also alive to me. So this rock is ancient. I mean, we talk about the rock of ages. This is a rock of ages, And again, it's still here and it's something you can lean on and rely on. It pumps out heat in the winter after taking so much sunlight in during the summer. It's just something else that you can lean on for support. So there's lots of support in the natural world for anyone who's feeling disconnected or a little bit down or worried and anxious. Just stay calm out in the natural world. If you can't get outside, find a pebble, hold that pebble, a touchstone. That's why people carried stones in the past. They could touch, they could keep hold of that connection. And it makes you feel safe, it makes you feel empowered. When I do take the time to consciously come out and to just be in the garden rather than to be doing things, because I'm always doing things, this is where I like to come and sit. And this is where I do sit and think. But it's too few times that I do it. So I'm making a plan that I'm going to come and do this every other day, just to have that moment of being with all of these amazing beings that can help me in so many ways. So look, it's a beautiful little fairy dell of hawthorns, and it's just wonderful to sit here and soak up all that fairy energy and to feel gratitude. I think I'm going to sit here now for a few minutes before I go back off about the day's jobs. And I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has helped you to just reassess about being outdoors in nature. Okay, bye for now.